The SiGMA pitch is back, and so is the stellar cast of judges that will choose this year's winner. Alessandro Valente, co-founder, Super Afiliados. Alessandro Valente is a veteran in the iGaming industry. He has worked in major global operations and since 2006 as an affiliate. He has founded what is currently known as Super Afiliados, which has become one of the largest affiliate companies in the iGaming sector. Vinicius Morales de Carvalho, investment partner, Ikigai Ventures. Vinicius has over 10 years of experience working as an investor and operator at the intersection of finance and tech. He has been an active venture capital investor at leading funds in Europe and Latin America and holds an MBA from ESADE in Spain. Piotr Piasecki, board member, Revenue Capital LLC. As a board member of Revenue Capital LLC, Piotr oversees the core elements of the company's activities, revolving around developing and selling Web3 products and services, portfolio investments, as well as brand building and visibility. Nabil Merali, partner, Dux Investimentos. Nabil is a venture capital investor and three-time technology entrepreneur with a successful exit. He is partner of Brazilian venture capital fund Dux Investimentos and venture partner of Latin America venture capital fund Magma Partners. He serves as a senior advisor to the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development and as a pro bono advisor to the United Nations. Robson Garcia, associate, Indicator Capital. Robson is an experienced venture and growth investor. At Indicator, he's responsible for the firm's deal flow and coverage of AI, sensors and devices, and Web3 opportunities, while also partaking in product strategy and institutional relation initiatives. Good luck to all participants and let the pitches begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite on stage our very first startup. Please welcome Funtech Games Limited. Welcome. So, you have 3 minutes to pitch your idea, and the timer starts now.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I am Enrico, Managing Director of Funtech Games. Today, I want to introduce you CoinGames.fund, the first decentralized crypto casino. Why decentralized? Because in our casino it's possible to gamble without deposit crypto inside the casino directly from the non-custodial wallet. Why we decide to do it? Because gambling has a limit in onboarding people to open an account has to fill long form, spend a lot of time. If you want to deposit a large amount of money, you have to trust on the operators where you are depositing in, and usually the operator is not so transparent on how they use your money, and that means high acquisition cost for the operator because the competition is strong, so the marginality is not so high, and it's hard to have a really unique value proposition because basically everybody are selling the same games, and it's also difficult to go international because different rules and it's hard to manage different currencies. If we see which are the operator with a high growing rate in the last 2 years, we seen that were crypto operator. These are the data in terms of growing rate, but also in terms of active users. If we compare with the normal operator, we see that the difference is huge. But they are doing this in the old way because they still are asking to the users to fill long form with high commission. Usually the transactions are also slow. Sometimes it's better doing this with fiat currency. With crypto doesn't make sense. So our solution is decentralized gambling. Is a solution that allows users to register with just one click, playing directly from the non-custodial wallet, and this is really transparent because all the transactions are registered on blockchain, and the smart contract handle all the game session. The advantage is instant gameplay, and that means that we improve the conversion rate, the retention of the users, and also the acquisition cost is going down. But why we are so sure about these advantages because basically we did a test. We launched before a centralized version of our casino to check the KPI, and after 6 months we switched to the decentralized version, and what happened is this. The conversion rate grew for 163%. The deposit per users on the first deposit is more than 600%. The retention is more than 166%. We also obtained the license to do it from Iron Man, that after 1 year of due diligence, they say that this system is much better also in terms of users protection. So if we believe that the crypto is the future of the world, as the data are saying, this is for sure the future of the online operator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and very well timed. The judges.
The rush.
You get 5 minutes to ask your questions. Let the timer begin.
I have a question. Are you at the moment revenue positive, and what about profitability?
We are still not revenue positive because we launched the decentralized version 2 months ago, but we are running more or less 100K per month. We are investing a lot also in marketing and acquisition and technology.
And my last question, what are you looking for? What are you asking for?
Yes, we are
by this pitch?
We are looking for money to scale our business because we did this test and we understood that the system is better than the traditional one. We are pushing our casino in a market like LATAM, Africa, India, Indonesia, where already we have a lot of clients, and to develop better the technology because now we are a second layer of Binance Smart Chain, and we are enlarging to the other main blockchain to enlarge also our target users, no? Because actually we are focusing only on the users that know how to use the non-custodial wallet on this specific technology. We have to improve this and the security of the smart contract.
And what's the ticket size?
Sorry?
What's the ticket size?
We are following for 5 million.
How does the recent crackdown from regulators, especially the SEC, on the crypto space affects you? And the second question is this technology, decentralized gambling on the Binance chain, is it a proprietary technology, or is it a technology that is just using and any other company can?
Yes, I start from the second one. We made the technology by ourselves. We have all the developer team inside, and we developed this technology also with a goal, because in the future can be also a solution that other operators can use. We do not want to have this just for ourselves, but we can also sell this to other operators that want to decentralize the business. And for the first question, this doesn't affect us because basically we don't handle the money of the users. This is the reason why it's decentralized. Users play directly from their wallet, and we don't trade, we don't have our specific token. So we had a lot of lawyers that say that it's compliant also with the last updated. The company is London-based.
When you look at the other competitors in the space, you mentioned you were the first to come into that platform, but Stake.com, BC Games, what are the points of differentiation? How similar are they to you?
Yes, I had a lot of stuff after to answer to this question. Stake.com and BC Game and the others basically are working like a bank. They are still asking to users to deposit crypto inside the casino. If you go on Stake, you have to deposit the crypto inside. If you see the process, you have to copy the addresses and send the crypto that you have somewhere to the casino. Basically, you still often you go out from the casino. This is already a problem for the flow if you want acquiring, or you can pay by fiat currency crypto inside the system. But this is not decentralized. They are handle the money of the users in the classic way. With our solution, no, because you have the money on your wallet. It is exactly like if you are in front of a slot machine playing with the coin that you have in the pocket in the real casino. This is the reason why blockchain exists, basically.
1 minute left on the clock. Any more questions from the judges?
So regarding the operational side, regarding the casinos, the games that the users are playing, are you developing that as well, and how you integrate? If you're not, how do you integrate with others by providing basically what scares some people, to do, which is the decentralized, outside kind of the regulation thing?
I didn't got it.
How do you add slots to your platform? How do you add
It's like
poker
a normal.
tournament to your platform and so on and so forth? Or
Yeah.
do you build it by yourself?
No, we have the normal operator like Pragmatic, Evolution. Because we have the license, we can onboard every kind of operator. We have 4,000 games actually on the casino, and we have a field in our company also to make games by ourselves that can fit better with this decentralized concept that we are applying. We already developed 3 games.
Thank you very, very much. Ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen, please a round of applause.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my pleasure. This was Funtech Games Limited, ladies and gentlemen. On to the next startup. Welcome on stage, Amatore Market Plus Science. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
So,
I need to say sorry for my bad English, and my presentation is in Portuguese, but I need to try to presentation my company. Armatori start in my doctor, my PhD in US, and now we are a deep tech to understand the fans, fan engagement. We use the artificial intelligence to produce the predictive models, to understand the fans in large scale. The pain of the marketing today is the teams of the sports and the marketing of the sport don't know about the fans. Who knows the fans? The social medias. Social media has information of the fans in the sports, and the thing is the global marketing don't know information about the fans. It's a big problem, and we know about the fans because the artificial intelligence. And the other problem is the people don't understand the graphics. We have a dashboard about the fans, and our EA understand the graphics and models, predictive models, for help the fans and help the clients. And about, I need to return here. And we help the companies and the clubs and the teams to transform the fans and business. We help for develop the new customers and the new fans and new engagements. The marketings grow up and in the business and the Brazilian sport analytics and grow up in the mundial and the global dates. We use the SaaS today, and we have a more 10 clients, the customers. We have a Corinthians, Puma, Fluminense, and the other big markets. We understand more 10 sports here in Brazil. We have more than 5 million information about the fans for training the artificial intelligence here. We have big partners and heavy warners here too, and investors, Venture and Arena Hub here in Brazil investing in us too, and is the roadmap about the products for us. It's the numbers of the companies, about the employees. It's very diverse that the numbers. It's us. Thank you.
thank you very much. On to the judges. Let the timer begin.
Fernando, you mentioned you have about 5 million touch points with fans. Okay, and what percentage of that is in Brazil, or is it 100% focused Brazil?
Same percent, 100% of Brazil today.
Just
Fernando, first, congratulations on what you're building. This works? Yeah. Congrats on what you're building. You mentioned that you have a few clubs as your clients.
Yes.
What's your, the revenue model for your SaaS? And a few numbers of revenues and number of clients that you have.
The revenue today, the price of the ticket, the median ticket today is in dollars is $200. $200. And the revenue, the company, the last years, was 150 dollars
And the $200 is
200.
per user, per license?
per license.
Okay.
Per license.
I saw in the roadmap really quickly Web3. Can you comment on that? What is the strategy?
To develop the new community for understand defense, we need to information about defense for training the EA, no? And we use the next month, the next year probably, we develop the community. We use the Web3 for develop the new community for understand defense. We have the data about defense and train the artificial intelligence.
And besides the analytics itself and the dashboard, and so do you also plan or do you offer any solution, kind of like product, like marketing solution, target market, and so on?
Yeah, the next phase, we probably don't use more the dashboard and use only the API for use for the Salesforce dashboard or other dashboards. You believe the force of the sales is the API, artificial intelligence API, and not only the dashboard.
Can you tell us about the round, like if you're raising any capital, how much, and how much you have committed, valuation, all those?
Today you look
stats.
for 9,100, no, and today you use clients, customers around in the world too.
$900,000
Reais. Reais, sorry.
For how much equity?
10%.
10%. Thank you.
We need only 50% of these, okay, because we have Venture is a partner of us and pay for 50% of the 90,100 too. Sorry.
Correct if I'm wrong about the technology. So basically, you probably have some keywords and some other aspect that can read or listen to what is being commented on the social media, either for specific keywords or tags.
In social media, no, because the social media, after the Cambridge problem in the Facebook, the social media is impossible use the tags or others old. Use information, use survey or metrics of the internet for understand the defense. I use the TV, I use the others data, but social media normally is impossible.
I see. So, but still, it's a matter of finding the right words or listen to the right words.
Yes.
Have you thought about how to scale this, like internationally? Because it's one thing to listen to the words in Portuguese, and I know that Brazil has one of the biggest markets for football, but yet it's not really comparable to, let's say, Europe or upcoming continents like maybe Asia. How do you translate this? How can you like scale this internationally?
This artificial intelligence is not a problem for the language because you use 0 or 1. No, it's not a problem translation for English, Arabic, Germany. It's easy for us. I don't have a problem for translation. The artificial intelligence speaks English more better than I.
Thank you very, very much. Another round of applause, please. That was Amatore Market and Science. So the next on stage, we have Ole Coin. A round of applause, please. Welcome on stage.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. So you have 3 minutes on the clock. Pitch away.
We are working on football since 2018. In 2019, we were selected by Smart Dubai Global Blockchain Challenge, competing between 700 applications. We was one of the top 20 selected to participate with this idea that I present to you today. Can I pass, please? On our team, okay, thanks. On our team, we have members like André and Marcel Fischer, They are from Group Fisher, working on football for more than 15 years. We also have, like was our ambassador Diego Lugano, so we have strong connections on football to present this solution. Please. What is the biggest problem on football? Around the world, for all the guys and girls that try a professional career, just 1.5% will reach a high level around the world. So what is our solution? We want to use new technologies to create more opportunities to them. How we are doing that? We created 3 products. A platform for soccer players, a platform to tokenize soccer players. We created also a marketplace to buy and sell NFTs from soccer players. And we also launched a game on blockchain that you can use your NFTs to compete against friends on this game. Please. We have different types of NFTs like stadiums, training centers, gyms, parking lots. Almost we're recreating items that you have to use on the real football world. We are recreating on our universe. Please. We have NFTs for soccer players as well, new talents, former players, and also to the soccer clubs. Can we imagine an NFT receiving a red card? On our game is possible if you have Diogo Lugano as your defender. Please, another one. On our platform, now we launched the beta version of the product, and in the next steps, we go to the Google Play, to the Apple stores, with the money that we want to raise. Please. We have a expansion plan from 2023 to 2025. The last one. Thanks. Let's play together.
Thank you very much. It's now the judges' time. 5 minutes on the clock. Ask away.
With everything that's happened in the NFT space and the slight freeze we've seen, how essential are NFTs to this business model? Or could it simply be something in like a metaverse, for example?
Yeah.
How tied are you to that?
Yeah, basically, we have 3 products to get integrated together. The first one is to discover new talents and to discover soccer players. After that, we create their NFTs, and when you buy this NFT, you can use on your game. So it's not buy NFT and wait then to speculation. You use NFT to compete against your friends. You create your own team, you create your own tactics, your game's skills, and use them to compete against friends, and to receive rewards on the game, and to have a real use for your NFTs.
How do you deal with the IP rights of federations such as CBF or football clubs when it comes to designing the NFTs?
Yeah, basically, we don't need the license yet in the first moment because we are dealing with the player. Yes, before creating the NFT, we have a special design for the players. So we create a special T-shirts with our own logo. We don't use the club's image. We use the soccer play image. So basically now we have, like, why we are looking for money? Because all the players has a price to acquisition. Like, if I want to create an NFT for Lugano, I have to pay for Lugano. I don't have to pay for São Paulo. Even Lugano was played in São Paulo, was championship in 2006 in São Paulo. In the first moment, I will just deal with Diego Lugano. In the second moment, we can deal with the CBF and other regulators. But at that time, we are just dealing with the own player.
We have 3 minutes on the clock.
No, but it's not.
Is this working now? Yes, it is. On the you passed really quickly on the revenue slide, but I noticed that there were 3 revenue streams. One was soccer players. What's your revenue share model with them?
Basically, the model is to selling NFTs from soccer players and selling from our own structures, items like stadiums, gyms, and hospitals. That we create with the player. We have a first deal, and the first sell we share 50-50. After in the second transactions, the player keeps receiving profits from the transactions. So your business model to buy and sell NFTs, receiving fees between the transactions and the buyers.
And what's the revenue breakdown across the three products, percentage-wise?
As we launched just the beta version, where we are, the break was like we are investing in the beta version. We don't have like all the investments right now are being self-investment. We are looking for money to give more tractions and to acquire more players. So the breakdown, maybe we don't have this.
But just understanding the appeal of the products. So is there a particular product out of the three that seems to be the larger share of attention, let's say, rather than revenue? It's okay.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Can you, one thing that caught my attention, and to me it would be more interest as a user than just buying the NFTs, actually playing the game,
Yeah.
the game that you develop. Can you talk a bit more about the game you developed? How does it work? How do you...
Yeah.
Because I think that's
Maybe
the crucial point of keeping the...
Yeah, you buy your NFT. Like the first model that we try, like you buy your NFT, you create your own team, and you use these NFTs on our team. Like you have to buy a defender, you have to buy a midfield, you have to buy a trainer. And after, like if your NFT, if your player get an injury, you have a hospital. You have hospitals from Live 1 to Live 10. So if you want to speed more or faster, the training positions, you have to buy a training center. So we are trying to recreate in soccer on our own universe. That's the purpose. You can win a game just because your NFT is better than mine. If you have Diogo Lugano on your team and I don't, your team will be stronger than mine. So you use your NFT to compete against the friends. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you. Ole Coin. Next on stage, please welcome Rhino Box. Welcome on stage.
83.4 kilos, okay?
83.4 kilos, ladies and gentlemen. So, we get 3 minutes on the clock, starting now.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. I will here to show you the Pocket Casino, a new experience to everyone who wants and love to gamble. So, billions of people around the world love to play, but there is a question, there is an insecurity. Is this game fair? Also, is this algorithm fair? So, how we solve this issue? We create a unique experience where the one who plays, the one who gamble, will control the game. You will pick your card, you will pick your deck in your pocket, and you use your deck. You command the play. That's why you allows you to be extremely fair. How we do that? We combine several different technologies to combine the virtual world with the real world and allow this to in everywhere you are, everywhere you want to play, you can get this experience, okay? So this is our team who makes this dream possible. It's a lot of effort to do this new technology. Here we have, let's make a, please looking of this little film. This is the real application working, okay? You can choose the ones, the type of game you want to bet, how much you want to bet. It will open your cell camera. You use the deck you have in your pocket. You can use only one card if you have. Take with you wherever you're at and play with that. So that's the absolutely new possibility to play. Okay. And this is just the beginning, because our technology allows new kinds of bets. You are working in dice bets, mini roulette bets, and other kind of card bets. And our master play, we never cheat the player, never. The ones who bets will also know the game is fair. but we have an absolutely and anti-fraud system that allow us to not be cheating by the gambler, and we know that will happen. So we work a lot in this area, the anti-fraud system. Okay, and we are global because our technology allows to read every kind of deck. Using IA and machine learning, we allow us to put inside the game all kind of decks. Okay. We win in payout range, purchase promotional packages, and physical products. So what do you need? We need marketing, media, some money to grow global, have more muscles in our industry, more game players, okay? So who wants to bet in the game? Who has the best odds in the market? So let's go to Pocket Casino. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very, very much. The judges get 5 minutes on the clock.
Can you take us through the anti-fraud system, just to understand the IP behind it and the mechanics behind it?
Okay, do you want how we do that? We have two verticals, two principal verticals. One is the reading of the images, the plays, the bets, and we developed a lot of technologies to capture the decks, and we are working in dices and mini rollers. So this is one of the versions. The other one is the anti-fraud, where you use a lot of different technologies that prevents image injections, like you try to cheat the game. We have like we say a VR back office that analyze all bets and guarantee only the one who is legal will be paid. Okay, so we work with a lot of technologies in image tracking and recognition, forensic image, and so on. It's okay? Okay.
From what I understand, is basically I can be my own casino.
Yes, that's correct. We want you be your own croupier, okay? You everywhere you are, you have only one card in your pocket. You can play. I want to play the right card or the right suite or the right color. You do that and you play, and you turn the card, and the system will recognize, and you win or you lose. But you be your own croupier wherever you are.
Have you checked or what are the hurdles to regulate that, to go through any kind of regulation, or do you guys actually intend to have any kind of license or anything like that?
See, we're looking. We have the game, but we're looking for partnerships, mostly for license. This is developed to be a game that can be played solo or can be connected to platforms also. So it's not just money to give some muscles to our infrastructure to many players play together. So also smart money to go into platforms that can distribute all around the world.
And I'm, from what I understood, I'm betting against myself, basically, right? I place a bet, let's say 20. That's going to give me an ace of spades.
Yeah, you choose the type of bet you want to do. I want to bet against the suite. Okay, so the game. You put the card, the game opened the camera and said, oh, your lucky suite is spade, okay? So you turn the camera, turn your card. If it's a spade, you win. If not, you lose. So if you chose the certain card, okay? It's an ace of clubs, okay? The game will show you that, and then you turn your card. If it's that, you read and you give you the prize. Okay.
Have you tried to validate this with users without real money? Just let's say just for playing.
Yes. We train a lot of our model. Use a lot of to have the real experience. What you saw that's real. Our model recognizes the deck. You recognize if you try to cheat. if you know, you make the deal to make the play, and you have the results.
So I understand the model is live.
Yes,
How
sure.
many users do you have already, or how many users have you captured?
We did not launch the product. Okay,
It's
we are
on
looking for
testing.
license. Yes, we try with a lot of people. We're training a lot of our model, and that's ready to go to the market, and we can show to anyone who wants to know you more. Okay. What we were trying to give here is a real different experience to the one who bets.
Going back to my question, I think about is a bit a way to overcome this regulation hurdle would be to actually play for fun for a while, get some users on board, validate this idea,
That's
and then
right.
go after the...
I'm extremely sorry. I'm going to have to stop you right over there.
Okay, man, no problem.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
In the name of fairness, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rhinobox. Next on stage, we have GameMist.
Hi, my name is Eduardo. Good afternoon. I'm the operations director and one of the founders of the games. Do you know that 400,000 vacancies won't be filled in the game industry until 2024? Vacancies like game designer, game producer, game artist, so on. And looking through the global market size, gamers want to achieve $100 million. Then this is equivalent of 0.005% of the market in the and that corresponds of gaming companies' payroll in Latin America, Europe, and North America. So our MVP is the headhunting service. So we tested this in the national market and how it works. We provided 3 candidates reports that includes name, email, phone, and LinkedIn, soft and hard skills assessment, professional experience, portfolio, insights, and we earned money with a success fee equal to 8% of candidates' annual salary if the candidate that we indicated is higher. And so talking a little bit more about the platform that we are developing, in the next 13 days we will launch the GameMist platform with the purpose to simplify the talent acquisition in the gaming industry. Then during the big festival, the Latin America biggest festival in the game industry. Talking a little bit more about our platform. So if you are a professional looking for new opportunities in the game industry, or if you are a game development company looking for talents, after you apply a few filters, you can find the best professionals to join your team. And then talking about the average talent acquisition time, our differentials is that in 3 days we can provide the professionals according to your demand, and this is very quickly for this market. So talking about the traction, in the national markets we earned at $3,500 the national market, and we want to achieve a 400,000 of revenue up to 2025. We are looking for an investment of $200,000 for 10% of equity, and this is our team. I can't talk a lot about them, but I only have a few seconds. So we have a CTO, a COO, a CEO, and an advisor with a lot of experience in the gaming market. Thank you for the time, and sorry about the slides that have a little problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, GameMist. We have 5 minutes on the clock. Judges, it's your turn.
So when you look at the business model of other executive recruiters or recruiters in Brazil, you guys are charging about 5% of a given salary. What's the standard in Brazil? Is it higher or lower than that?
I think the thing that we want to achieve is that there's a lot of professionals here in Brazil that can work in the global market, in the game industry in North America, Europe, and Latin America. So here in Brazil, the average is like $10 annual salary, and North America and Europe is like $100,000 the salary. So if a professional is hired in a junior position in North America, he will earn more than a senior position here in Brazil, for example.
But you're charging 5% of the salary. How much would a normal recruiter charge? A headhunter? What percentage?
Okay, here in Brazil is like 10 or 5%,
Okay.
and in North America, Europe is like 20%, 20 to 15.
Okay, sorry, one more question. But the 20,000 professionals that you have on the platform, what percentage of them have been hired?
Okay, up to date, we just tested the MVP, the headhunting service. So in the next 13 days, we will launch the platform, and we will start to test this solution, and the model. It will be the SaaS and the direct sales.
I have 2 questions. One, clearly you guys just did an MVP that you thought it was successful. So you developed the platform based on that. Can you tell me a bit more on the stats of this MVP? And going forward, that's my second question. Going forward, commercial-wise, what's your strategy for go-to-market? Are you already speaking to gaming studios? Do you have a pipeline of game producers? Because clearly I think you already have the database of the professionals, but now it's a database of the companies coming in.
I would be honest with you. It's hard from Brazil to do business with other countries like German, United States. But what we will do, we will open an online. It's not an online company, but it's an online service in Estonia. So we can operate remote in Estonia and get credibility with the other companies. And otherwise, we will have a partner in other countries that will help us to achieve this global market.
I wanted to ask about the team experience in gaming or recruiting industry.
Okay, our advisor is someone that works a lot in the game industry. So in the last 3 months, he joined the team because and there is a gap with the owners of the company, the founders, because we are really good at technology and understand the innovation ecosystem here, but someone with the experience in the gaming market is here, our advisor, so he's helping us to achieve our objectives.
1 minute on the clock. Alejandro?
Considering global partners, how do you see going forward? Let's say I want to become a partner in the UK. How do you see the partnership split?
Okay, well, we will have to negotiate, but what we really want to do is opportunize works from Brazilians, because it's a dream for a lot of Brazilians work in a game development company like, for example, Riot or a AAA, so on. And what we want to do is we want to be a partner, a tool for headhunters or HR department of the game development companies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Time is up. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So, next on stage, we have Gamer Pro. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please. May I remind you that each and every one of these startups have come a long way to pitch us today. So let's give them the gratitude they deserve And let's give some loud noise. Let's make some loud noise for these people because they really worked hard. 3 minutes is not enough, in my opinion, to pitch something. So for them to keep it in time, it's really nice. So I would like to invite you all to give them a really big round of applause because they really deserve it. Thank you. So, 3 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
Yeah. Like a perfect Brazilian football goal, I am here to deliver an impressive pitch. So, let's kick off. We are converting Gen Z mobile gamers into valuable user traffic for gambling operators. Sounds easy, but there is a challenge. Engaging Gen Z is difficult for the most traditional industries like gambling, but not for mobile games. And this is our solution. We are merging mobile esports with gambling elements in a real money gaming service, triggering the gambling passion to transfer winnings to gambling operators. How this works? The conversion starts with the lottery prize pool, where gamers spend real money. After prize distribution, winners get real money prizes, and that's they transfer to operators. It's win-win for everyone, and there is even more. Our technology works with top mobile games and integrates within days, saving the expensive development time. Now, to better understand its value, let's check some numbers. There is a massive gaming audience. Every second person plays mobile games. We target only over 18 Gen Z, and this group is more than 1 billion. So the market is super hot. No surprise, we got some company. The space is fragmented. MPL has real money games, but there is no esports element. Skills, players play for real money, but there is no gambling element. Face It has tournaments, but there is no real money element. And the most important thing, that none of them is partnered with gambling operators. But Gamer Pro, yes. We partnered with a gambling operator to launch in India, and the next market for us is Brazil. But how we monetize this huge market? We have 3 revenue sources, all based on the price. For prize distribution, we charge service fee. For prize payouts, we charge a high withdrawal fee. To avoid this high fee, users choose to transfer their prizes to operators to continue the winning streak. And thanks to this valuable user traffic, for prize transfer, Gamer Pro is rewarded by operators through hybrid affiliate models. So that's how we convert Gen Z and divert them to operators. And I am ready for the extra time. Who has the first question?
Brilliant. 5 minutes. First question.
The partnership you have with a gambling operator in India, how long has that been in place, and can we get some numbers, some metrics on that, please?
We just preparing the launch in India and agreed just a few days ago, so it's pretty new, not just for us, but for everybody.
And that partnership you have, how applicable is that to doing it with other casinos in other countries? Are the terms fairly standard so you can scale that out and build the business that way?
Yeah, we are. We can operate all the countries where gambling operators can work. So that's why we are here in Brazil, because all the Latam section and the Brazilian market is booming. And I had many meetings here with different operators I'm going to have, and most of them are very interested.
You mentioned that you turn basically any esports already existing with the gambling factors that you add on.
Yeah.
Is that correct? And how will you handle, approaching these existing esports solutions and convince them to let you bridge them to the gambling operators?
How you mean that?
Meaning, what's in it for the an already existing esports game solution that works well but doesn't involve real money? But what's in it for them to let you come in and take their user and?
Once we agree with an operator and the operator pick the country, we research the top mobile games and we partner with the game developers, integrate our service and publish a new version of the game.
So that involves new development from the mobile game. They have to develop a new version adapted to your model?
Our technology based for mobile games, so it means that we use Unity-based technology and create an SDK which can be implemented within days. But this cost is on our side. That's what we do. So it's not for game developers. We just partner with them. We integrate our service into this game and publish a new version.
Gentlemen?
Question about technology. Is there any Web3 snippet embedded in the...
Not yet, but we are in talks with crypto casinos, and they just raised the same question that do we want to support Web3 or not? But why not?
Quick question: why did you pick up India and Brazil as the target market, initial target market at least?
First of all, the fastest growing market is India. The targeted audience over there is 200 million. And the next emerging market in the world is Brazil in terms of mobile games and esports. That's why we picked first India, because this is the biggest market and we have a very strong relationship with game developers and influencers as well in India. And right now I'm here to networking with operators, payment providers and marketing agencies, because we want to replicate what we have going to done in India, in Brazil. But we are open, the entire LATAM section.
I don't know if someone already asked, but how much are raising? What are the round conditions and so on?
Well, we are raising a Series A round, and we are looking for investors who has experience in the gambling industry. The amount of the fund, what we're going to raise, it strongly depends on the value what the investors can bring into our growth stage. Any other question?
Seems like time is up.
Okay, thank
you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. Thank you very much.
It's not mine.
Thank you. So, next on stage, allow me to introduce Movement. Welcome on stage. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Rushi. I'm from New York City, so it's quite a long flight, and we are Movement Labs. We're building the fastest, most customizable, and designed for gaming blockchain that exists in history. We're building a modular framework to bring Move, which is a new smart contract language designed for gaming throughputs at rates never seen before. So what is Move? Move was a language designed by Facebook a few years back. It got scrapped because of US SEC regulations. It then got forked into 2 projects, Aptos and Sui. It is the fastest smart contract language in history, notching up to 150,000 plus transactions per second. It's really conducive for gaming applications and decentralized finance applications. So in terms of security, why Move? In the Web3 sector, security is paramount. There's billions and billions of dollars poured into lending protocols, decentralized finance applications, and what we see is a lot of hacker attacks. Move is designed by Facebook to be the most secure smart contract language in that it can bring retail and institutional adoption. Let's compare Mu, Rust, and Solidity. These are the three most common Web3 programming languages we see when game development occurs. Mu is designed to be most flexible semantics in that a game developer, we're working with some of the biggest first-person shooters out there, can choose who has access to resources, when they have access, and why they have access. So this kind of protects a lot of the hacker attacks we saw in the past with Solidity and Rust, which are the two main programming language in Ethereum and Cosmos ecosystems. We're backed by some of the biggest names in Web3 industry, incubated by Avalanche, which is the biggest gaming platform and blockchain in the world. We just closed a pre-seed round, and our first product is Mocha, a community-first move layer 1, providing the highest possible transactions per second, instant finality, decentralization, and day zero access to max liquidity. We'll have access to over $200 million worth of liquidity day zero through extensive partners. Here's a little bit of architecture. I won't go too much into the semantics because I know it's like a non-Web3 crowd as well. But essentially, we allow developers to choose a tech stack. A huge concept developing Web3 is modularity. What are the layers we can build on? How can I customize my tech stack? So if I'm a gaming Web3 builder, let me choose what blockchain works best for my use cases, both from a price point of view and performance point of view. Here's some tooling we're building out. So we're actually building out a Movement SDK, which is software development kit. So developers can build on top of a platform, spin up smart contracts for the gaming platform, and do so very seamlessly. The concept of smart contract is also a Web3 native term in that we're able to define transactions. So if you're minting a game, or we are partnering with a lot of gamified casino institutions, you're able to create essentially vaults in that you can deposit funds into it and create gaming platforms on top of that. So gamification assets on-chain. We have over 40 partners launching day zero on top of us. Some of the biggest decentralized exchanges in the world, Trader Joe, some games, Gunzilla Games, which raised $50 million 2 months back. They're the biggest Web3 game and hottest game in the market. They'll be using our platform. And then we have over 15 full-time employees. That's some of the BD folks. And a pleasure to be here, guys.
Thank you very much. That was a pitch for Movement. Gentlemen, 5 minutes on the clock.
You skipped over how much you're looking to raise, and you said it looks like you've already raised a seed round, right?
Yep. So we raised a pre-seed round. We raised around 4.1 at a $50 million valuation.
At a $50 million valuation.
Yep.
Okay.
And now we're raising our seed round.
Okay. And when you had a slide there that I didn't quite understand. You said backed by a number of different players.
Yep.
You mean to tell me that those were previous investors?
Yep.
Colony is a previous investor.
Yep. We have 15 investors.
Okay.
What's I'm guessing we'll have a token as well. I didn't see this in the presentation.
Yep.
So what's the strategy of launching the token and building the community around?
Yep. So we'll have a token launch around Q4, so around November, December. We're partnering with the biggest exchanges in the world, Binance, Coinbase, OKX. So our token will be listed on there, working with a few market makers like Jump, Flow Traders. So our token will be listed and market maker like any token on the market.
And regarding build the community, did you already started
Yeah, so
like
we're
any
coming
other Web3 project?
Yeah, we're coming out of stealth next month with our raise announcement and our testnet launching. And then the community will be rallied, and then we're doing a private sale. So with the close community members, listing it on like some token launch platforms, and then it'll be sold to the public around November, December.
A repeated question then I asked for the previous startups. How did this SEC breakdown on crypto affected you, or if it affected you at all?
Yeah, so our company is actually based in the BVI, like the foundation's issued from BVI, so it doesn't affect regulation issues. But in terms of crypto landscape, it is something to concern. It's like deep liquidity exists in the United States for Web3, but we believe in the future Web3, and the future Web3 is in Asia predominantly, and that's where liquidity is moving, and Asia is seemingly much more crypto-friendly. So Hong Kong just unveiled its crypto program. It's inviting Coinbase and the biggest exchanges in the world to deploy in Hong Kong. So the future of crypto and Web3 is predominantly going to be in Asia as global trends and markets move towards there. But I hope for the future of the US. As a native New Yorkan, I hope for that.
I'm actually curious. Maybe do we have any questions from the audience? Anyone from the audience? We have 2 minutes on the clock, 2.5. Would you like to go next? Brilliant. I'll actually come to you.
I know it's not like a Web3 conference. It's a little bit different.
Sorry if you mentioned and I didn't hear, but anything about profitability? You know, how much you guys are making, how much you guys are expending, etc.?
So for Web3 companies in general, the token value, the business model is the token. So investors, when they invest, they get equity portion. So we're working, developing blockchain as a service for a lot of gaming institutions, as well as the token launches, and then investors get pro rata token access. So let's say we have 100 million token supply, the token's worth X amount of dollars, investors get that, and then the team gets that. So that's mainly where the financial incentives come in.
Yeah, I have a question on the round that you just raised as well, the pre-seed. When was that? And when you raised it, what type of milestones did you set to prove that your traction, and why are you already open to a subsequent round, the seed round?
So we closed it 2 weeks ago, which in this market was very difficult. But the way we kind of proved it is getting a lot of partners and institutional backing. So we have on board some of the biggest gaming protocols in the Web3 space, some of the biggest DeFi protocols in the Web3 space. So showing that we have a product that can potentially be the fastest blockchain in the world and have these protocols building on top of us is very attractive to investors. And then showing the proof of concept, showing the performance test, having a code base, and then also just developing a community around this was kind of really instrumental.
Well, congrats on the round, and I haven't heard of you yet, but you must be a really stellar team, because that's quite the stretched valuation for pre-seed. What was the rationale behind that?
I think crypto and Web3 valuations are a lot different than traditional finance and Web2 valuations, in that token speculation is kind of where the value accrues. So if you look at some of our competitors, they were valued at $2 to $3 billion before the token even launched. So with that in mind, and with competitors in general, that's kind of how Web3 valuations are derived. And then if we look at the forecast, when our token launches, it'll likely be around a 500 to 1 billion market cap. So investors are coming in at a pre-seed valuation, expect 10 to 20x on that.
What's your burning rate?
So we raised around 2 years. So it's around 90 to 100,000 a month.
Movement, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. Next on stage, Propane Gambling Agency.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the first Brazilian iGaming agency. We built the team that has working on the gambling industry for the past 4 years, since the gambling really came to Brazil. Brazil now is the princess of the gambling market, and then everybody wants the hand of the princess. But everybody's just throwing money and investing a lot in Brazil without thinking why Brazil is so hard and why Brazil is so more difficult than other countries. We do not have land-based casinos. We were forbidden to have casinos in Brazil since 1946. So we have multiple generations that never saw a land-based casino, and mostly of the audience just is getting the first contact with a casino, with an online casino. We have a lucrative opportunity here in Brazil. That's why we have 300 companies in Brazil trying to get a share of this cake. But we just a few is thinking like Brazilians think. Just a few are thinking, and why Brazilians do not, why in Brazil you do not convert like in other countries. 72% lower is the conversion rate of Brazil. So in other places that the land-based casinos were not forbidden, in Brazil we convert 72% less. We have foreign agencies trying to go to Brazil. They use a lot of influencer market, and this is part of my background. I was head of the biggest gaming streamers and influencers agents, and I saw a lot of deals, insane deals that would not pay off because Brazilians don't know how to do it. Brazilians don't know casinos, and that's why we are coming with full service agents for these companies that wants to work in Brazil, and we know the Brazilian gambler. We know how to develop and build this. So how we will salute this in 30 seconds, I have 30 seconds to talk about this. We will educate. We will create a certification for every influencer or every company that wants to advertise. We will build the rules of advertising about gambling in Brazil. We will connect the Brazilian audience with the companies, and with our academy, all the influencers we will have, we will build an academy for the Brazilian audience. So this will be probably the first gambling school in Brazil.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, your 5 minutes starts now.
Is there any technological component to the agents? For what I understood, you're basically a marketing kind of ad agents and not really a tech.
We are not a tech
platform.
company. We just understood how the Brazilian gambling works. We saw in other markets what could work in Brazil and what do not work in Brazil. We want to build in the future Brazilian games. We want to have the first truco or cacheta or Brazilian games. We adapt the gambling to Brazilians. We are not a tech company.
Understood. And how do you, as you pointed out, there are 350 companies trying to break into. How do you scale then if you don't have this component of technology? I guess it's a higher ticket size for very few clients, maybe.
Yes, in the first week of opening operation, we already have like 8 customers for adaptation and translation of the websites, because usually they use agents from outside Brazil and they just throw all the words of the website in the Google Translate, and we see some awful things that are not adapted. How we can scale? We do not. We will not be the biggest company. We just want to be in the Latin America, the biggest gambling agents, and we want to develop the gambling markets. This is why we are here. We will not be a 5 billion companies, but maybe we can be a 1 billion company.
2 questions. One, how do you see that agency working with affiliates? Second, and I've been doing consultancy for many, many years. You deal with one company, one operator, and you have access to data, and how do you see the second operator not envisaging the conflict of interest?
Regarding the second question, we will, of course, NDA for everything, but we will not, we do not care about the previous numbers. We want to build the practice. We want to build how they should do this, because everybody's doing like they do in other countries that doesn't have the unique case that Brazil is. Of course, the information will be private, but we cannot work for only one company, because the view here is to build the market. We are throwing seeds at the sand here in Brazil. Everybody's throwing seeds at the sand. We have to build the ground. And this uniqueness makes our priority not being just the numbers, the previous numbers from other countries and yet in Brazil. As soon as they start to build, to work with us, okay, let's work, and all the information will be private. Regarding the first question, the agents that already work in Brazil has created unsustainable place to advertise in Brazil, because you see influencers getting a lot of money. You see a lot of companies. It's too expensive with really low results. So we will change this.
Are you raising capital? No.
Not interested in capital.
There's actually no
I need
problem.
contacts and I need guidance.
I see.
Capital could make some things faster, but I don't have the number, and it's not why I'm here. I'm here to build a market.
I see.
Well, since you're not raising and you're asking for guidance and not capital, I'm not actually going to ask a question. I'm just going to make a comment. which I think that you're targeting a really, really big problem, and one of the things that we discuss internally at Indicator is how big the gaming market in Brazil is, but the problem is Brazilian gamers don't always speak English. That's a huge, huge barrier. So you're targeting the right problem. But I would encourage you to try and think of ways to bring technology into Propane and maybe develop a community-oriented service instead of an agent, instead of for the operators. Potentially a SaaS or some type of automated service for those companies, because you have the right problem at hand, but not the right solution. But congrats and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So that was Propane Gambling Agency. And we're on to our final pitch for today, POW Gaming. Welcome on stage.
Thanks. How are you?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm doing very well. How about you? How are you feeling?
I feel fine.
You're only the last pitch of the
a little
of
bit
the
tired,
day.
but I'm fine.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Daniel, are we ready? 3 minutes on the clock.
Okay. I would like to start my pitch by asking a quick question. You have common games from casino industry in the screen. What do all games have in common? And the answer is short. They are all passive games. No matter which of them you are playing, the flow is almost always the same. You launch the game, you set the bet, press the spin button, and wait for the outcome. That's all you can do as a player. Pay and wait. I'm not telling you this is something bad. People have been playing this way for the last 20 years. But the world is changing. Our players are getting old, and we need to attract new players to the industry, and they don't feel so comfortable with this kind of experience. Instead of the pay and wait model, we have developed an esport platform that allow players to compete each other in 100% skill-based games. The flow is quite different now because our platform will find an opponent in a fairly way for each player, and they will compete for the pot using their skills and only their skills. The only element that defines the outcome of the game, in fact, is the ability player. So our games are based on well-known mobile games, so player will never feel lost. They will never how to play our games, and they will feel comfortable enough to bet some dollars on their skill to play the game. Also, our platform is plenty of social and gaming features. We have tournaments, we have boosters, we have free games, an internal soft coin, matchmaking system which is really fair, and of course we have more social features coming. We are not trying to replace slots. We love slots, we play a slot, but we need to attract younger people, like for example live dealers and sportbooks did. And we are making this industry offer wider than ever, and POW Gaming is trying to actually be part of this new gaming generation. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much. Questions, judges. 5 minutes on the clock.
Fernando, you mentioned that this is plugged into the other casinos. Do you have any partnerships with any casinos at the moment, or any type of agreements there?
We are a B2B solution. We are not live yet. We are closing deals with operators and aggregators.
Okay.
So, bit of a background. Recently, I talked to a kind of known company that is winding down, and their main motto was skill-based games.
Yes.
Okay. And the idea that talking to the management was simply a skill-based game did not pick up as they expected that it would. Can you bring maybe some new data or something that you guys are doing that's actually attracting those players and not going just from an idea, but also idea to actually revenues, to actually relevant participation?
Well, this is not new. This is not completely new, but this is new for casino operation. There's huge companies. In fact, there's a big public company in the States which is called Skills. They have they raised to 100,000 millions when they went public. They have a lot of players all around the world, and mobile games are flourishing every time. Every time more. I mean, there's a lot of players, young players, and they know how to play. And in Europe, for example, they are accustomed to play games for money. India is another country which is really huge in this kind of games, and we try to bring this kind of experience to the casino operators.
How many operators have you integrated so far?
We are working on that, but we are close a deal with one aggregator. In fact, for us means hundreds of casinos. That's all.
I'll follow up then. Are you raising a round? Can you tell me the conditions? And also, burn rate, revenues, and everything, like the stats of the company.
Okay, we are already secured a first round with a private equity. They are people from this industry. They made a big exit pre-pandemic, so they are plenty of experience, and they are supporting us with money and with contacts and with and closing deals.
What's your revenue so far?
Sorry?
What's your revenue and burn rate?
We are not live yet.
Oh, okay.
The idea is to close deals with operators about the 50% of the revenue of our games, right?
Could I maybe invite anyone from the audience to ask a question? Unless one of the judges wants to carry on.
Oh, perhaps I can say something, but actually, we'll have the questions first from the audience, and then just wanted to say something to all the entrepreneurs.
Oh, brilliant. Ladies, gentlemen, have we got any questions for our pitcher? Okay, I guess we can move on to...
Perfect. No, just wanted to send a message on behalf of all the judges here. I think all of us have also sat on the other side of the table as tech entrepreneurs ourselves, and we understand how hard it is for people to do pitches and to a captive audience, and we can understand the challenges there. So great work on behalf of all of us, to all the entrepreneurs, and we wish you the best of luck, and we're all available as well after for any questions or guidance that you may have.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. That was POW Gaming and the last pitch of today. So, we're going to move on to the voting. I'm going to pick up your clipboards, starting from Piotr. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. There you go. So have we got, and how do you feel it went today? What's your comments? Not in any particular order, but how do you feel about the startup pitch today?
First time for me, really positive. Some really weird projects, some difficult to understand, but so far very interesting.
Thank you very much.
Interesting to see how you lined up some international companies and even Brazilian companies. Very nice. And the pitch, amazing. Very
Congratulations, guys.
I really like that, especially on the betting side, some startups are working towards building solutions to bring younger audience. I think that's a key thing in the future for the industry. We have invested in a couple of those, and there are so many different ways to bring younger audience to betting or gambling, and so that's interesting to see other perspective than the ones that we already knew.
Yeah, I would highlight the diversity of the solutions, right? Some are more infrastructure backend, B2B, others were end user facing, Gen Z. So very interesting to see such talented founders attacking relevant problems.
I feel as though it's going to be a challenging verdict, is it? Piotr, what do you think?
Yeah, quite interesting presentations. To warm up, I would like, in the meantime, before we will deliver the final result, I would like to announce that together with SiGMA AIBC, we prepared special package represented by a community of 30,000 investors and followers involved in the revenue capital community. First of all, I would like to distinguish two of them. I need to check my notes. Armatore and Movement. And I would like to invite you to contact through LinkedIn the representatives of these two projects. And I would like to deliver also 10K special reward of our services presentation to 30,000 followers on Revenue Coin panel. Golden reward voting with possibility of launching. And this reward is going to Fantech Games Limited.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth has arrived. I would like to present the winner of the Startup Pitch for SiGMA Americas 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome on stage Movement. A very big congratulations, and I think he deserves a much larger round of applause, please. I have for you the Startup Pitch Award, a very well-deserved award. Have you got any comments for us?
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. It's my first time in Brazil, so it was a great time coming from New York originally. So really great crowd being around here. It's really cool to see Web3 kind of expanding to different ecosystems like gaming, DeFi, GameFi too. So excited for the future.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
And you should come to our show in Dubai, which is more Web3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Startup Pitch for Americas 2023. I would like to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come over here and see it for yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a wonderful evening and happy networking.